Okay, hey guys, it's the Unicorn, and today I'm launching a lander to the moon. No, to Eve, sorry, not Eve. It's very interesting. So I'm gonna launch this into orbit, and go into outer space, escape trajectory from Kerbal. Then it's gonna detach and have some nuclear engines there, that's gonna boost it all the way to Eve. And I have another shroud that's gonna act as a heat shield to protect our lander. From and there's a parachute at the bottom of that, so everything kind of looks cool. Okay, look outside. Launching in T-minus 10, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But it is a little wobbly, because I need a lot of cargo space. And this was supposed to be my Ariane 5 rocket, but it was weak, so I just doubled the first stage and put it, I just doubled the first stage and put it on the side as two boosters, so it kind of looks like the Delta 4. So it's just going to be a Delta 4 heavy rocket. Okay, we're coming up on the first stage, first stage of separation. I just think that this is the first time that we've actually went interplanetary in this series. Okay, so I'm coming up on the first stage burnout. Separating in 3, 2, 1. And the second stage ignition. In 3, 2, 1. So it's awesome when it first applies, and fairing separation. And this is what the probe looks like. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm coming on the second stage. Yeah, second stage burnout. So there's a little problem with exploding on this, and the engine's being too close to the kind of adapter, the fairing adapter. So I have to decouple those two things. That's kind of weird. So we're gonna burn these nuclear engines, which have a nice red fire to them, to get out of the escape trajectory, out of Kerbal, and then to rendezvous with Eve, which I have mech jump for, which is very handy. So I'm not gonna do any work. Also, mech jump will help with the landing. So set this target, and then mech jump will take over once we get in the same sphere of influence. Okay, so just a click of the button, engage autopilot. This is gonna completely take over. And so just automatic right now. I'm not touching anything. I'm pressing M to go to map. That's the only thing I'm doing. And adjusting the camera. But other than that, everything is moving the craft. Oh, I'm gonna deploy the solar panels. Oh, sorry, it's automatically time warping. And I don't want my electric charge. Disengage for a second. There we go. Now I can engage it again. Okay, I'll see you guys when I'm getting near to. Oh, you can see Kerbal right there. I'll get back to you guys when I'm getting near Eve. Okay, so guys, thanks to Mech Jub, I highly recommend you get it. Mech Jub. I now an encounter with Eve, and instead of getting into an orbit with Eve, I'm gonna go straight from here into the atmosphere. So I think it's 4 kilometers a second that I'm gonna be entering. 4.6 kilometers, somewhere around that range. And so now that chip is so handy that it's gonna auto land. And yeah. So I'll get you guys back when I'm entering the atmosphere. And one more thing, You only need a fuel tank about this big, full of fuel. I only used, and maybe you can have a few little fuel tanks strapped to the side. Yeah, you just need a fuel tank about this big to go into a Palantir, and I'll still have over 1,000 liters of fuel left. That's how efficient. Like, well, no, I'll take it. Yeah, 2,000. Like, yeah, but yeah, you only need a tank about this big. Okay, so you can see Eve, and there's a lot of dust on my screen. I don't know if that's the moon, just dust on my screen. I can't see the moon, but I'm getting into position to burn so that I can enter the atmosphere at a safe distance. Okay, since we've used quite a bit of fuel, we still have half fuel in this stage. Let us decouple that because we do not need it anymore. And keep these solar panels just for so I can suck all the rest of the juice we need for landing. Okay, I'm coming into the atmosphere, so I start turning this. And since we don't need these solar panels and we need to expose the parachutes behind the docking port, and you do that, and these solar panels shoot out there in the docking port there, and it looks pretty awesome. And I hope that does not crash into me, that big interplanetary stage. Yes, we're traveling into the atmosphere at around 4.6 kilometers, so it's almost right. Everything's starting to turn on fire, and as I said before, this fairings are for shrouding to protect it. Okay, I'll deploy the chutes on my mark. Okay, there. Let's wait for the reentry, those Mach effects. Oh my god. That could have hit me. Okay, these parachutes are about to deploy. Once they do, yep. Now to get off the fairings. Gravity is very high, so those fill very fast. And then I will deploy the lander on my mark. Okay. Now I gotta pick a target to land at. About right there. Okay, now land at the target. Gonna do that. See, I'm not touching anything. If I had a camera on my keyboard, I would show you that I'm not touching anything. But, you know, then I wouldn't be able to see my screen. Okay, so everything's doing it automatically. The only thing I'm doing is changing the angle of the screen. So you can see it. It has, this is just for balancing it, and it's spare fuel. Basically for that, yeah. And over here you can see some batteries, and I like these solar panels because they're kind of curved and they're at the top. I like that. Okay, I hear explosions, so these engines should start kicking in any second now. Not just gonna let me crash on the surface. Hope not. Yep, the legs are flying, and the engine should go on in about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It was wrong. Please go. Okay, yeah, they went on. Okay, we're landing. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Leave suggestions for what else you want me to do on KSP. And with that said, have a nice day.